So, some of you know that my journey took an unexpected shift, which for those of you who don't know, the shift that happened was that I arrived back in Germany a little bit over 3 months ago. And my plan was to spend 2 months here back home with my family and then make my way all the way back to Bali. Go back to my familiar life, go back to the safe environment that I've been living in for 6 years, but never truly felt like home. And everything shifted, everything changed. The moment I placed my foot on the earth, on German land, I somehow knew that I would not go back. I would not go back to Germany. And first, I was pushing my intuition aside because a part of me just felt quite overwhelmed with this truth that I felt in that moment. And I had moments like this many times, and I just didn't want it to be true because it wasn't how I planned it all out, right? So it was confronting me with quite a lot. And it brought up a lot of emotions that I've been sitting with until now, and I'm still sitting with. And it was quite hard for me to recognize that my leaving of Bali has been the closure of a life that I've been living for 6 years. And I had this realization only a couple of days ago, maybe a week, where I gave myself full permission to feel into this deep sadness, this deep grief that I was able to notice inside of me, which also led me to distracting myself and rushing into doing things and trying to distract myself from just feeling this heaviness. It was and still is, but I could just feel myself trying to escape from this closure. And one night it all came together. One night I was just there feeling what I was feeling and just giving myself permission to be fully present with it all while seeing all the dots connecting, realizing that the heaviness I couldn't really pinpoint to something, right? I realized, yeah, man, you are closing an incredibly huge chapter of your life, which is why I felt so much grief, this sadness, which on some days have been overwritten by the story that I should feel different. I should feel different, I should think different, like, which led me to this escapism, right? The moment I really gave myself to just be there, contain and hold what I'm feeling inside, and then also express it, give voice to it. I've realized that, yeah, man, you will not go back. This chapter of your life is written, and it really welcomed me to slow down, to sit in the void, to sit in the emptiness, to not keep rushing, not keep planning, not keep doing, to just keep myself busy, but to actually just arrive. And today was a very powerful day. Today's morning, I was just sitting here having tea and just meeting myself in this space of initiation, this space of transitioning from one chapter into the next, right? If you move over to a next chapter in your book, you need to turn the page. But that space, that turning page is what I'm currently in right now. And it feels incredibly scary on some days. It brings up a lot of fears, and it calls me forth to just stay with me, to stay here, to stay connected, to not check out, not run away, not keep myself busy, but to actually surrender into the unknown, to let myself become empty, to sit in stillness and see the patterns of my conditioning, the patterns of this old life, the things that are not actually serving, and to just be there, just notice them without judgment. And then at the same time, to feel deeply into what feels truthful to me and what is anchored in truth. What is an attempt to change something, and what can I do to just be here? To deeply meet myself exactly where I'm at. Hmm. It has been some incredibly challenging months since I left Bali. The familiar, the life that I'm so used to. And in the process of trusting, trusting the unknown, trusting life, slowing down, pausing, grounding deeper into myself, feeling what is truthful to me, an opportunity came my way, totally unexpected, out of nowhere. It wasn't planned, it wasn't something that I had in mind. And I said yes. After being confronted with so much resistance, so much fear, so much contraction, when this opportunity came my way. And I remember just telling myself each day before I made the final decision to follow that new route, that new path ahead. I remember just telling myself, resistance is your biggest guru. It is your biggest teacher. It just shows you where you need to go. And I gave myself time. I mean, a couple of days. to sit with that fear, to meet it, to feel it, and to really deeply listen to it. And what I was able to connect to was this part of me who is fearful to unapologetically live his life, who is fearful that he will fail, who is afraid that he will be rejected, who is afraid that he's making the wrong decisions, who is afraid that, you know, something will not work out, who is afraid to make the wrong call. And I just allowed myself to let all those fears be there, speak them out, express them, let them come to the surface, and then say yes to it anyway. Because for me, this opportunity showed me that there are parts of me who are scared to create the vision that I have for my life. Create, not just dream about, but literally create and follow up on it. And I remember sitting with this deep realization of, it is one thing to dream about the life that you really want to live. And it's a complete other thing to actually go out there and create it. And that opportunity that came my way, that was the next step along the way. Not the 10th step, not the 20th step, the 30th step, the 40th step. The next step along my way to build that vision that I have for my life into existence. So I knew I just have to say yes. With all the fears there, all the feelings, all the emotions, all the insecurities, the worst case scenarios, the what if it all goes wrong, what if the wrong decision, all the what ifs, I said yes. I said yes to myself. I said yes to my truth. I said yes to the life that I so fucking deserve to live. And that lies on the complete opposite side of all my conditioning. And that this life and following up on it, moving towards it to create it, build it, and live it, that this life will bring up everything inside of me that is still on the other side, man, I'm willing to take that. I'm willing to be there with all those parts, and I will take them all with me into that life to just show them you deserve that. You're lovable enough. You are enough to create, build, and live a life like that. That is where those parts hmm, can finally arrive back home. So I haven't shared this new path, this new chapter that I'm slowly stepping into yet, because there's a part of me who just wants to contain it. I want to sit with the energy of it. I don't want to share it. I want to just be with that. I want to just meet it so deeply and feel it in my own system. And when the time is right, and I can feel it's coming soon. I'm looking forward to take you with me on this journey, to share about the opportunity that life has given me and the crazy way how it all came together, which is just another example that life has your back. If you keep trusting and paying into it by doing the work, by just being here, by giving yourself the space to stay connected, life will always serve you exactly what you need. So, with all of that said, thank you for listening. Thank you for being here with me on my journey and for walking yours wherever you are, wherever you are on your journey. If it's just the beginning and you just found that courage to say yes to yourself, or you are further along the way, it doesn't matter. Thank you for being an example of what it means to say yes to yourself.